Ojala Threads creates bodysuits for babies inspired by Hispanic heritage. Our product is a result of better understanding the frustrations that today's Latina mother faces. When she goes shopping, she doesn't get the service she really wants. The clothing doesn't recognize her individuality. And because she is someone that likes to look different and reflect her heritage, she wants her baby to do the same. I remember my mom being a single mother and always having to figure out how she was going to make ends meet. You know, I'll sew used clothing, I'll sew curtains, I'll cook. Whatever it needs to be, I will do it. So I think that eagerness to do whatever it takes is something that I've definitely inherited. I lived in Hawaii for 10 years, but what ended up happening while I was there was that I longed for my community and for my culture. I started asking myself, how is it that I am defined as a Dominican? And I became obsessed with this idea of understanding my indigenous lineage. And all those experiences resulted in me reaching a point where I wanted to come back to New York and eventually end up back in the Dominican Republic. Then Jadiel was born. Of course, you're already in love with this child because they're your nephew and they're cute. And we were at his house and I'm changing his clothes and I'm just like, your clothes are so horrible. Not horrible because they were bad, but just horrible because they were lame. And they were the same type of clothing that's been made for babies for the last 75 years. Back in Hawaii, a lot of boutiques recognize that need for having pride in your indigenous identity. And a lot of the babies stores there create bodysuits. And these bodysuits speak to the pride of being Hawaiian. But it suddenly hit me while changing Jadiel that I wanted him to have that. And if I were to have future children, I would want my children to wear their pride. We decided to make our item giftable, which means that when you receive it, it's going to be packaged as a gift and it's not going to be an additional service. Everything will be delivered in an individualized envelope. It will be wrapped in tissue paper and it'll include a note card that speaks to the inspiration behind the design. We think it's important to include that because our customers told us that what they really connected with was the description of our designs. The first of the designs is going to be folklorico. This one is red, white, and blue. So it is something that would attract any of the folks that come from countries with red, white, and blue flags, but is really reminiscent of traditional or folkloric dancing. So when someone looks at it and reads the description, they're automatically taken to a place where they remember and they can almost see the skirts flowing as they move to music that represents these countries.